Hey guys, Nick Halden here, aka DVD Collector 96, and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome to a new vlog and movie review. Today I will be taking you guys with me to the CMX Theatres located at the Dolphin Mall down here in Miami, Florida. Now, I'm recording the intro from this video a day before. I'm actually going to the movie theater tomorrow, Thursday. My movie it's at 7:15 p.m. And since I'm a CMX Rewards member, this is one of those free tickets that I made sure I added towards a movie instead of a $5 off coupon for food. Now, the movie that we'll be watching today, and at the end of the vlog, as usual, I will be giving you guys my honest opinions on it, if I love it or if I hate it. It's called A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I don't know why I keep having issues of remembering the full name of the movie, but basically since last year I did know that Margot Robbie was involved in a project. I knew the name and it was in my radar basically of movies that I wanted to see on the year 2025. Now I started seeing the trailers of the movie ahead of another movie premieres that I went, and I started to be more like, oh my god, this movie looks so great and I cannot wait to watch it. The trailers have been looking amazing. The reviews had been in, but I've been trying to avoid spoilers. But I have seen people saying that the movie it's a great movie and it has a great take in life. It has these kind of like doors that gets open up and then the characters move to the past, kind of like to high school moments and things like that, and they're kind of both like lonely persons. And again, I'm super excited to be seeing it. My local theater did have the movie because the last two movies I had to go to the AMC theaters. I never saw any poster. The last times I went to CMX, they never had the poster for this movie, so I'm hoping that at least we do get a poster, maybe a banner, who knows. The month of September was kind of crazy at the beginning because of my trip to Cuba, and now for the end of September it's kind of a little bit slow, and then I will not be watching a movie at the movie theaters until the end of October when a movie about a book premieres that I also don't remember the name right now, but CMX did have the banner on the movie theater. But anyways guys, super excited to be watching this one. I don't think I will be in the mood for food or anything like it. I'm trying to save a little bit of money because the last part of the year is always crazy for physical media collectors. I already have so many pre-orders in. But anyways guys, as usual, I did print the mini banner right here with a little bit of information of the movie before we go ahead and watch it together. So A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, it's an upcoming romantic fantasy film directed by Kogonada and written by Seth Reiss. The film stars Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell, Kline and Phoebe Waller-Bridge. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is scheduled to be released by Sony Pictures Releasing in the United States and Canada on September 19 of 2025. I love that the synopsis is just simple, but it makes it work. The story about a pair of strangers and the unimaginable journey that ties them together. So again, super excited. I'm wishing for this movie to also have a happy ending. I need more movies with happy ending these days. I want to be in the mood of that. I don't want to be seeing movies with sad endings, which sometimes they work, but again, I'm in the mood that I want to enjoy this movie a lot, and I'm putting all my energy into the universe that I will enjoy it a lot. But I will see you guys really soon at the CMX Theatres. Okay, guys, so I just saw at the big screen a big, bold, beautiful journey with the amazing Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. I have to say, I really enjoyed this movie. I actually enjoy a lot with original stories, and I think the movie was really well done. So, as I told you guys, I went on a Thursday night. I let this movie stay with me for a few days before I sit down here recording the review, but I went on a Thursday night. One of the things that kind of affected the way that I was seeing the movie is that when I was Googling information so I can record the intro, it said that the movie had an approximate runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes. Nothing wrong with big movies, but when I started to see the story, I was like, this movie doesn't have the need to be a 2 hours and 20-minute movie. It ended up being only an hour and 40 movie. So it was great when I saw that it was a little bit shorter because the story was well developed and the time was perfect. So I went on Thursday night. I saw kind of like the same posters and banners that I keep seeing. A few new posters here and there. The Timothée Chalamet movie poster was already there. Running Man, which I'm super excited for. They have 2 teaser posters for Zootopia 2. They still have Avatar, Wicked for Good. So a lot of the same posters, and I saw a big, bold, beautiful journey poster on the outside for the first time. They didn't have the poster ahead of time or anything like it, so I was excited when I was able to see it on the now showing. Guys, from my experience of going to a different theater, AMC, my local CMX does an amazing job on having movie posters on the outside walls and on the inside. They're always, at least 90% of the time that I have seen a movie there, I have seen a teaser poster or a banner or something like it. Now, on the banner department, I want the movie theater to step up and I want to start seeing a lot of new banners. They still have the Tron. I call those like cereal box since I saw the Thunderbolts. They still have the Tron cereal box. They had like a big banner for Tron as well, like a big poster. The movie from October, which I Regretting You, I think is the name, which I'm also interested on going and see it. But anyways, I decided to get the CMX combo, which includes popcorns and a soda. For the soda, I got the Fanta grape flavor, and my popcorns, I put a little bit of white cheddar and butter, and I was ready to enjoy the movie. So as soon as I came in, I was the only one at the movie theater, but then a couple came in and that was it for the whole movie. It was only me and then a couple, kind of like a few rows. Guys, really curious question. When you go to see a movie, where do you like to be seated? Do you like to be seated in the middle? Do you like to be seated in the super front of the screen? What would you like? I usually go all the way up so I can have a better vision of the movie. And I usually like to get to the place where if I want to go to the restroom, I don't have to get in front of the screen and basically everybody's seeing me. But it's just me. These days, with movies being so slow, usually I always go and usually it's only me or me and a couple of extra persons. I remember whenever you were going to see a movie, there were a few peoples at your showings, but that's not happening anymore. Unless it's like a big Marvel movie or a big Disney project or things like that. But anyways, guys, this movie shows a lot on the trailers. So if you want to be 100% surprised on the story on this one, avoid watching a lot of trailers. But let's go ahead and review this one together. If you still haven't seen the movie, I actually do recommend you to watch it, but spoilers ahead. So a big, bold, beautiful journey starts with Colin Farrell trying to get to his car just to find out that it has been immobilized. So as destiny has it, he sees a big sign on one of the walls saying that cars are getting rented. So they go to the place is kind of weird, and the guy goes like, you have to listen to me. The door is about to make a buzz, but you need to open as quickly as the buzz stops. If you open it earlier or later, the door is not going to be open. You see, there is something tricky about doors. Of course, at the beginning of the movie, you're like, okay, this is just a joke that it's added, but it's not. As soon as he gets in, they only have two super old cars, and the person that rent the car, they're kind of a little bit weird. So they go like, do you want to add GPS to your car? And he's like, no, I'm good, I have my phone. The lady insists like, what happened if your phone dies on you? And he's like, that has never happened to me before, so I'm good without the GPS. The lady continues to insist, so he says yes to the GPS. He's heading to a wedding. When he makes it to the wedding, it's raining, so they're wearing umbrellas so they don't get all wet, and that's when he spots on the crowd Margot Robbie. So they start looking at each other, and later on they get introduced to each other. They actually live on the same city. He offers a drink to her, she refuses, and then she then goes to the outside to start talking to him. Now we have an interaction between two people that are actually attracted to each other, but that doesn't lead to anything. Now, once Colin Farrell is driving all the way back to his house, the GPS starts talking to him, and it's like, do you want to have a big, bold, beautiful journey? At the beginning, he's kind of like, yes. The GPS starts being like, can you tell more enthusiastic? And then he goes like, I want to have a big bold, beautiful journey. Of course, you don't hear that. You just able to read his lips while he's saying this. And the first stop, he needs to go to Burger King to get a Whopper. He sits down, he's eating his Whopper, and he realizes that Margot Robbie character is like a few tables out there. So she says hi, she gets back to him, and on the interaction that we had on the day of the night, they kind of let us know that they're lonely people, and they hurt whoever comes into their lives. So she's like, do you want to marry me? And he's like, no. So we have all this confrontation, and she gets over that, and she's like, I did ask you to marry me, and you didn't have an answer for me back at the time. So they have a little bit of a conversation, they go back to their cars, and the GPS tells Colin Farrell, pick Sarah. When he rolls out his window, he realizes that Margot Robbie's car stopped on her and she needs to hop in. Now, the GPS guides them through different doors in the middle of nowhere. The first door that they get in, it's basically a museum that Margot Robbie character loves to go when nobody is there. Security will friend her, and then she will just go inside to enjoy with the museum. So it's established that this door will lead to the past of these characters, and this will be a way to learn more about their past and why do they believe that they're so bad. Now, I love that, and I love that this is a chance for both of them to kind of like be like, you're judging yourself so big because of this event in your life, but you shouldn't be. It has a lot of beautiful scenography. One of the places that they go is a lighthouse, and it has a beautiful, beautiful view, and it's for Colin Farrell. He's like, oh, I used to came here a lot by myself. We also... No, wait, the first door I seen is the lighthouse, is the red door, and then the second one is the museum door. It goes something around those lines, but we have a lot of events in their lives. They go to Colin Farrell High School, where he's like trying to confess to a girl that he loves her, and the girl ends up saying no to him. Margot Robbie had a situation where her mom passes away while she's hooking up with a professor. Again, a lot of messed up moments through their lives where they continue to develop these romantic feelings for each other. At one point, the GPS just calls like, I will leave you guys just a moment for yourself, and they kind of go up this hill, and they're looking at planet Earth. That was a beautiful shot that the movie had as well. We also find out how Margot Robbie ended up scenes with his last ex, and how Colin Farrell ended up scenes with his last ex as well. So again, complicated people. The story is kind of like this fantasy story, and it's something that how many of us would just love to check at our past and to have somebody to be like, okay, you were judging yourself so hard at this moment, but you were doing the best that you could back in the day. One of the things that Colin Farrell says is basically like, I would love to have the chance to talk to my little self and tell her not to be that brag. and that ends up being into place because after a fight, the couple splits and the GPS is just guiding them now through their houses. Now, in this big fight, the GPS doesn't listen to them, but to Margot Robbie, she goes to have a last night with her mom. Her mom seeing her as a teenager, and it's kind of like the way of Margot Robbie to finally say goodbye to a chapter of her life that she always regrets, leaving her mom to die by herself in the hospital. For Colin Farrell, he comes back home where he's his dad, and then he's able to talk to his younger self, which was another beautiful moment. So that kind of gave both of characters closure on the things that they wanted to fix from their past, and now they're okay with themselves. Now they go ahead, return the cars, and when we kind of think that every single scene is over, Colin Farrell just goes back to his apartment, but Margot Robbie decides that I still haven't finished my big, bold, beautiful journey. So she goes to Colin Farrell, they make peace, we have a beautiful ending scene with this couple, and the guy goes like, are you ready to walk through a new door? And the door being the apartment door. The end. Guys, again, beautiful story. It was really well written. It has a lot of musical moments that I love. Margot Robbie is amazing, and she makes a great pairing with Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell, even though I haven't seen lots of his project, I also enjoy a lot whenever I see movies of him. And I think the director did a really great job with this movie. Out of 10, I want to say that I give this movie a solid 8. I enjoyed it a lot on the big screen. It's Sony the one releasing it, so I'm pretty sure eventually we will get a physical media release of this one, which I will be adding to my collection if it comes to that. But again, out of 10, a great 8. I love having dates with myself. That's what I call them. I love going to the movie theaters a lot and just being there enjoying a movie. It kind of sucks when you pay for a movie and then the movie is not good. This one, I got the pleasure of seeing it for free because of being a CMX member, and I enjoyed it a lot. I still have a free movie ticket that expires on November. Definitely, I will be back at the movie theaters before November. On the end of October, it's the movie that I told you, Regretting You. There is also a movie called The Lost Boss that unfortunately my CMX is not going to be playing it, or at least the one closest to my house. AMC is also putting out an EAT anniversary release, which a sneak peek of Welcome to Derry, which I'm super excited to be watching that show. But it's always a good day to try and watch a movie at the big screen. If you haven't, I do recommend you to watch A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I have heard people saying amazing things about it, and I was able to watch it by myself, and now I can actually say that the movie is amazing as well. But that was my honest review out of the movie theaters. I will catch you guys next on the new video. But anyways, that will be all for today's video. Like I always say, I hope you guys are enjoying with this new kind of content in the channel. If you are, please let me know in the comments, leave me a like, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can keep this family growing. And see you guys again soon on a new video.